I am not on a diet and I'm not on a training program, and I've already lost 7 kilograms and I've still got a couple of days to go of this experiment of mine. Have you ever heard people say it's all in the mind? Well, if that is true, then surely we should become more mindful, don't you think? So let's be more mindful in part 5 of Mentally Tough for Weight Loss. My name is Cobus. I'm a researcher scientist, and when it comes to experiments, my own human guinea pig. For more than a decade, I've been studying the human mind to discover what makes people do the crazy things they do and how do you reach your peak performance. But the thing I love most, I'm most passionate about, is to take this information to companies, to teams, to individuals, to help them get unstuck and reach their full potential and achieve what many might perceive as impossible. So if you're watching this, it's because I'm busy with another mind-blowing experiment. I'm really excited about the 7 kilograms that I've lost so far, but what excites me more is the centimeters that I'm losing, especially around my waist. That's the one area where I would have loved to see some change, and I can clearly see it. My circumference is down, and then also my fat percentage. If you compare this fat percentage with the one that I showed you in part 4, you will see there's a slight difference. And the reason is that I'm looking at all the data that I'm capturing, and the biokineticist that I'm using, she works on averages, but I found a calculator that works this out much more precisely. So I think in the last video I said I was down 4.35%. Now it's only 4.05%, but this is way more accurate, I believe, than just working on averages. But still, if you look at how it's dropped over the last couple of days, this is pretty amazing to see that your change in thinking patterns can have such an effect on your body. Now, before I tell you about the process of natural creativity and how your brain uses that process to resolve conflict, let me just quickly tell you why I am so excited about the Life Exchange Solutions Self-Management course. The big reason is I am going to be the facilitator. They asked me if I would be the person facilitating the course online. Now, in order to do that, I was part of the research team. I had to implement and practice it myself to see what the result is, and all I can say is it is 100% absolutely life-changing. If you want to operate on a higher level, especially concerning business or work-related issues, this is the course for your bucket list. But what I really enjoy as to how they put this together is that even though an individual can sign up and you just work on your own performance levels and your own growth, they've also designed it that a company can take this and run it with a team. So they've created this nifty facilitator manual with the training video, and it allows a team leader or a manager, a line manager, or even HR to take a group of people through the process to ensure that it's being applied within the company context. I think they've just done a brilliant job. I can't wait to engage with you online on the self-management course. Let me quickly share with you about natural creativity. Now, theory holds that from before birth, you are recording information on the neuron of your brain. I mean, think about it. Before birth, you will feel a sense of balance. You can feel heat. You might even record some sounds on the neuron of your brain. And then after birth, you are starting to interpret light signals coming in. You're trying to make sense of your environment. As you grow, according to the theory of some neurologists, you keep on recording information on the neuron of your brain. Every book that you've read, every movie that you've watched, every radio program that you have listened to sits somewhere in your brain. Now, if you can't remember it, it is not a storage issue, it's a recall issue. But the information still sits on the neuron of your brain. Now, I mentioned the reticular activating system in part 4 of Mentally Tough for Weight Loss, and I said that this amazing part of your brain has various functions, but it seems like one of its functions is to resolve conflict. Now, the theory around natural creativity suggests the following: that when I assess my current reality and I have a very strong vision of what could be, and there is cognitive dissonance, or this dissonance between what is and what can be, and I do not try to consciously resolve the conflict, then the reticular activating system kicks into action and it taps into all the information that is stored on the neuron of your brain, or differently said, that sits on a subconscious level. So instead of me thinking, okay, I need to lose weight, so let me try to figure out what should I do, and now I just use conscious level thinking, yeah, I should probably join the gym and I should probably eat healthy, I mean, that's what we all know, and if you ask me consciously, that's what we will say. What if I do not try to resolve the issue consciously? I set the tension, and I know how to set the tension. Now I can teach you how to do it accurately. You set the tension, you don't try to resolve it, and you just let it be, and then you allow your reticular activating system to resolve the issue for you with all the information that you currently have, and most likely it will produce a plan, a different way of doing, a different way of thinking that will just be so much more effective than what you could ever figure out on a conscious level. So if you want me to help you get the process of natural creativity going, then email me at mentallytough@lifeexchange.co.za. That is mentallytough@lifeexchange.co.za, and I would love to take you on this journey.